So back in 2017, when the iPhone 10 actually ended up coming out, this was a phone that probably would stand the test of time for many, many more years. In my opinion, I didn't really think Apple was going to go ahead and switch up the design too much because if you looked at the iPhone 6, if you even looked at the iPhones before that, they recycled that design pretty much year over year over year. And then when they dropped the iPhone 10, I kind of hinted even back then that this type of design is probably going to be here for much longer than a lot of people expected. And now with the iPhone 14 Pros that officially came out, this is pretty much the first time we saw a massive redesign, at least on the front of these iPhones. And this kind of, in my opinion, highlights just yet again of how impactful and how great of a phone the iPhone 10 was when it officially came out. Now, I also want to state that is one awesome thing, that this iPhone still in a body standpoint and even in a performance standpoint still holds up very well. It's not really that bad of a performing phone, it could definitely be better. But I've had tons of phones, that were 5 years old back in, 2018, 2019 that didn't really, hold up that well. But now with a 5-year-old iPhone 10 in this day and age, this iPhone holds up very, very well compared to those other types of devices. If we look at 3 years ago, a 5-year-old, iPhone at that point is probably not that usable. But now it is a completely different story, which is amazing. But this also brings me to iOS 16. When that version of software came out, I was pretty happy about it. It was bringing some cool features. But Apple actually limited the iPhone 10 with a bunch of different features, meaning that this specific iPhone ended up not getting it ended up not getting a lot of features that even the iPhone XR got. Now, I didn't really understand that. I was honestly kind of mad about it, if I'm being honest. But what ended up happening throughout the time is that Apple actually ended up bringing some of those features over back to the iPhone 10, but they also went ahead, and this is the crazy thing, I don't know why, but I saw a massive battery increase going from my iPhone 10 on, iOS 16 beta 1, all the way to the beta 2, beta 3, all the way to the official release. And that was something that was really awesome. With a lot of betas that I rock, to be honest, it's usually never that smooth of an experience. And even by the time that we're on the last couple betas, battery life is typically, a little bit better, but they start kind of, idling down a little bit. In this specific case, the battery life on my iPhone 10 ended up getting a little bit better with each beta, which that in and of itself was super crazy as well. So in my opinion, although the iPhone 10 is a little bit of an older phone now, I'm honestly still surprised and still shocked about how good of an iPhone this thing still is. And honestly, if you're in the market, I would probably recommend buying one if you're, rocking a super old iPhone. And I do think because of this iPhone is probably a better iPhone now, than it was before. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.